So we'll see the hybrid recommendation and the matrix that is there. So to build a great recommender, Netflix, like Netflix or Amazon, we usually combine two strategies. So this combination is called hybrid system. So the friend A, as you can see, the librarian, I see why you like Star Wars. So Star Trek is also a sci-fi movie with spaceships. So you should also watch that. So this is primary based, like this is the content based filtering. So it looks at the features of the item that is there, and it does not, like, it just looks at the features of the item. So and the friend two is the socialite. So I don't know what the Stars Wars is about, but 1000 other people who like Star Wars also like the Avengers, so you should watch that. So this is more of a collaborative filtering. So it looks at patterns and people. And as you can see, that is there. So basically combining content based and you that is using item metadata, that is genre director keywords. So we would calculate the cosine similarity between the user profile and vector and items vector. So collaborative filtering is that it uses user item interaction matrix. So we would use matrix factorization, that is SVD, or the nearest neighbors to find similar role. And the hybrid logic is something that we would compute a weighted sum of the normalized scores. So the final score is weight into content score plus weight into collab score. So this basically solves the cold start problem where collaborative fails for new items by falling back on content features. So that is there, like combining the content engine, collab engine, that is the hybrid score weighted average. So as you can see, the scores are present. So that is the genre, popularity, collab, content score, collab score, and the hybrid score is there. So now, so that is there. So we will see an example as well. So evaluation, that is the confusion matrix. So how do we know if our recommender is smart or dumb? So we compare its prediction, that it really recommend it with the truth, or did the user like it or not. So think of the recommender as a matchmaking setting, like you set up on a date. So the true match is the great match. So that means that match, like says go on this date and you go and have a great time, that is success. But false positive is something that is bad date. So matchmaker says go on this date, but you go and it's awful, so it's annoying, so this basically wastes your time. And false negative is something that it is miss soulmate. So matchmaker says none do not meet this person, but they were actually perfect for you, that is a missed opportunity for you. And for true negative, that is like matchmaker says don't meet them and you would have hated them anyway. That means system is working perfectly. So true positive is one that is recommended and liked. Zero is false positive, that is recommended and disliked. And zero is also that is like false negative is something like ignored and liked, and this is something ignored and disliked. So this is there. So now we'll see the code as well for a better understanding. Just wait a second. So, like our goal is to build a hybrid recommender and evaluate with the confusion matrix. So, by importing the pandas as PD and then importing NumPy as NP. So, we are using sklearn matrix that is there for like score functions, performance matrix, and pairwise matrix is there. And in confusion matrix is there, and classification report is there. Post that we are using the movies content data. So basically the library looks at this. So as it is there, like the movie IDs, title, genre, you can have a look at it. So what are the data that we have used? Suppose that after putting this there, then like the ground truth is that like did our specific user actually like this movie or not? So one is for liked and zero is for disliked. That is there. So did the user like or not? So as you can see, one is for liked, zero is for not liked, right? So that is there. So second comes the rating collaborative data. That means the socialite that it looks like this. What did the other people think? So we will use average rating. So that is 0 point like 0 to 5 stars as a simple collaborative signal that is theirs, and the ratings and data is there. So as you can see for the ratings and data, so then we would use the print function. Post that the engine, that is basically the important part, that is calculating scores. So we are recommending for user A. So users A profiles, that means that it loves action movies. And the user preferred name is action. So definitely the calculate hybrid score row, that is movie ID, genre row is there. Then the content score is calculated. That is that the logic if genre matches your user preference, then the score is 100, else it is 0. Then the collapse score is calculated, that is the socialite. So logic is that normalize the 5-star rating to 0 to 10 like 100 scale. So that is there as you can see. So we are calculating it, the average rating in this basis. Then here comes the hybrid score, that is the weighted average. So we would trust the content that is 60% more than the popularity, that is 40%. So the formula as we saw in the web page over there. So weight into content plus weight into collab, right? So the weight for user A in content based and weight for collaborative filtering is this. And as we told that it is like this is basically 60-40% that is there. And hybrid score, as you can see, this is the formula that we are using. then we would apply this logic to every movie in our database that is there. So by calculating the scores, so that is the content score, collab score, hybrid score that is there. So suppose that like if the hybrid score is greater than 50, we would recommend it to 1 or else ignore. So threshold is 50. That has been set. So the system's prediction is high is equal to hybrid score into lambda. That is basically, as you can see, it is written over here, movies, hybrid score dot apply lambda. And if this like it is x is greater than the threshold, then only. So and as you can see, threshold is set to 50. That has been there, or else it will be 0. So making decisions that are, if the threshold is greater than 50, so then only it will be printing. Then step 4 comes the evaluation part, that is confusion matrix. So did the user like or not, or and this is the system's prediction, that is the AI guess, and generate the matrix that is there. So that is the confusion matrix that we were talking, and true negative, false positive, false negative, true positive is equal to cm dot travel is there. And as you can see, so if true positives hit, we recommend it, user liked it. False negatives, that means it annoyed. So we recommended it, but user hated it. So we ignored it, and user would have liked it. That is also there. And for true negatives, that is safe. So we ignored it, but user also would have hated it. So that is pretty much about the code part as we have seen. And as you can see, the content score, collab score, hybrid score, decision, everything is there. So now we'll see the output. So as you can see, the database has been loaded. And as you can see, we are calculating the scores. So, okay, so the formula we have seen, right? The hybrid score formula. Yes, so you can see the hybrid score formula that we are calculating it. So database is loaded, then calculating the scores, and as you can see, 5 rows into 4 columns. So then we are making the decisions, that is like as we have said, the condition, that means threshold is greater than 50 and x is equal to 50 that we have set. So as you can see, the evaluation is also there. The confusion matrix has been created. So the true positives that is hit, that means is equal to 3. We recommended it, but user liked it, right? False positive is that annoy, we recommended it, but user hated it. That is also there. And true negatives is safe. So we ignored it, but user would have hated it. That is also there. And the detailed report that we have got over here is for movie Titanic. That is content score is equal to 0. That is wrong genre. So hybrid score is there. And we would decision would be ignored because the content score pulled the average down. So saving the user from a popular movie that they would have hate. That is there. And hybrid 2, as you can see, hybrid score is there for this one as well. Wait a second, it is. So this will be there for this one. Wait, we'll run this once again. So yes. So as we can see, the report is for movie 2 as we were targeting the user A, right? and you can see the score. So this will be the primary outputs of the example that I've shown. So this is there. So you guys need to understand the formula of the hybrid score and do the calculation on that basis. So you just need to put the formula and it will be there. So the main logic is about the true positives, false positives, and true negatives. So this is the confusion matrix that is being calculated over here. So this is there for. Did you guys get the earlier files that I have shared to the support team? So this is how it will be there. So it will be done. So did you guys get it? Did you guys get it? Can anybody answer? Okay. Then that is there. So I'll be sharing this as well. So I this will be how it should be done. So the hybrid score. So I've shown you how it should be looking, right? And so basically a confusion matrix is a table that is there used to define the performance of a classification algorithm, right? So it creates a visual layout that allows you to just not see how many predictions your model got right, but wrong also. So that is pretty much about it. And you need to go through the true negatives, true positives, false negatives thing. So it is for a 2 into 2 grid that is there. And like basically the positive class means that the email that is spam and it is getting predicted as spam, then that means that it is true positive, that is reality. But what if the reality that it was saved, but the prediction that model made also saved? So that means that it correctly ignored. So that means it is a true negative. But if the reality was it was saved, but the prediction model that has made that is spam, that means that the false positive. That means the type of error that I've like basically an email from your boss that was sent to a junk folder. So it is also known as type error. And false negative is something like it was a reality, it was spam, but the model said it was safe. So the outcome was that it missed danger, and it is also known as the type 2 error. So that is what pretty much that needs to be like seen and like it needs to be look after actually. So that will be for today. And I will be sharing the materials. And as far as we have completed the recommender systems and this confusion matrix, and this is the hybrid one that we were doing. So we would, this is pretty much about this one. So this is there. So please go through the hybrid recommendation system and the matrix as well. So you would get to know how it is there. So this primarily works on the this thing so that I have explained, and I'll be sharing the materials, and we need to calculate the hybrid score. So that is the high weighted average. So this is primary the thing that we are going to do. And as you we have seen, so the thresholding part was also important, right? So we have set the score that is greater than 50, then it needs to be there. So we would basically over here we were just creating the matrix. That means that, like, did we actually like it or not? So that was primarily done over here. So this would be for today, and I will be sharing the materials for this one. So you would get to know, and these are so confusion matrix was today's topic. So we covered that. Okay, so you wanted to know image segmentation. So that will be, I'll get back to you regarding this, Jeevan. In the next session, I will tell you about this. Okay. So this would be for today's class. So I think we should wrap it, and I will share the materials. Thank you, guys. And please start making your projects as well. So this is the primary thing that is needed. So that is there. Okay, thank you, guys.